I am determined to get this done with the amount of time I have, so I'm not in any rush for this, you know, to get like desperately scramble around and get everything done, but I got some things I got to do. So I thought about this. I've looked up a couple videos, like I said. I've extensively gone over, you know, the bed lining, the raptor lining. So just for like planning thoughts, what I've decided to do is I've got in the back of the bed here, I've got this little small hole right here, and it's kind of, I don't know if you can hear that, but it's kind of cracking a little bit. So I'm just going to kind of peel that up. And I know there's probably going to be a small hole here. I'm just going to do, I mean, it works so well with the other two patches I did. I know that's just shoddy backwards, but I mean, this went in really well. I got to just praise myself that this one worked really well for me. It kind of slid in there. Just the poor patch just really held it in good. Same with this one. I mean, these aren't coming out. I thought about hitting that with poor patch, but I'm like, you know, I'm just going to coat the whole thing with 2 coats of Bedliner, and I think it's going to seal it in pretty good. Plus, on the underside of this, I have a crap ton of poor patch that is already sealed, and it's hard as a rock. I mean, when that stuff really seals, it is hard. It is really not coming out easy. But right here, you can't really see it because it's very dark, but there's kind of a little crack here, and I'm just going to go ahead, and I figure today's the day. I'm not going to be going anywhere for a little while, so I'm going to disconnect my battery. I'm going to start going at these 2 little cracks here. And then we get the bigger crack, which isn't, it's like it's not moving. It's so weird how this crack could have happened. I know it came from underneath. And this is the worst area of the entire undercarriage. It's like right in this general area. And it's kind of hard to get up there because of the heat shield and stuff that I'm not very savvy or have the, you know, confidence to remove and then put back together. So I'm just kind of taking things one step at a time, see where that takes me. I don't feel good about leaving a huge crack here. I don't want it to come later and just crack through the bed liner. So I got to figure out what I'm going to do about that. I'm probably going to start trying to chip away, see how far it'll go. But, you know, I really don't want to have a huge problem on my hands. Those are the most nerve-wracking things I'm really going to do. It's the kind of stuff, like, I have some of this ready. Like, you know, some guys have to go through the hassle of taking out their carpet and stuff and everything. But I have a lot of stuff sort of already ready. And then I have the kind of things that other guys don't have to deal with, like the crack over there. So like I said, I'm going to disconnect my battery. I'm going to go ahead and these. It's really weird because these look like they there's, like I said, like the other 2 over there, which I still haven't decided whether I'm going to cut these little bolt holes off the screws that hold in the fender flares, because I don't know. Maybe I can get the fender flares just back on nice and easy. Maybe I can't. I might have to take those out and find a screw that'll screw in and hold it in tight enough. But the other good thing about this is I'm going to go ahead and take these off. I got kind of a lot of things going at once, but I'm going to take the plastic inserts back off that I got in there. I already had them taken off, and I'm good with how that looks in there. But I did order the can of internal frame coating from Eastwood, and I'm excited to go over that, see how it exactly works, make sure I know what I'm doing, and go ahead and hit absolutely up in there, and then probably cover that up because I don't think I'll be going up there again. But these little, not all Jeeps even have these either. These little pieces here, like you get the front fender flare, and then you get the back one that's kind of like an extension for the front here. And these seem like they actually take off the front, and then these slide off forward. That's what it looks like, so we're going to see. But I'm going to take the front ones off. I'm going to realign my other guard because I hate how I got it on a little to the side. This one came on good. The other one is not as straight as I'd like it. So I'm going to, these are pretty easy. Like you can get up under here. All these come off until we get to about these 3. There's 3 on this side that you can't really see. And I got to go, I think I can go, yeah, I can go underneath. It's going to be really rough to try and get my hand up and in there. I think it's already missing one there, so that actually works for me. I'm down with that. Because those things are a pain to get off. I don't see why they need to be that difficult. I'm glad they're in there firm, but they're a real pain. So today is kind of the day to lay down some prep work. I do a lot of prep work, but I'm going to go ahead and take off the roll bar cushionings. I imagine it's probably really nice under here, but I'm going to do the bed line up to about there. I'm going to try to get it as even as possible here, try to evenly match these so it looks good. I'm going to do bed line up to there, and I have decided to do the, I've heard that it's not a problem to do the rails here, so I'm going to tape off, you know, all this underneath. I'm going to go around here. I'm going to probably tape off here. I don't know if I'm going to do here because I've seen guys bed line the brackets here that for the soft top to slip under. There's normally brackets here. I've seen a guy bedline right over this because he obviously never intends to take it off. But I don't know. I got to make sure that this is going to be okay to bedline here, otherwise I might just take this off too. And it would still look okay, I think. I do. And then for the inside here, I'm going to go up to, on each side, I'm going to go up to probably right under where the strap is going to stop for this. I think that'll be good cover. This whole thing is the most important thing here, where you can see the guard, not guard, but like this, where everyone's going to step here. It wears away over time. And I'm going to go ahead and tape off the striker for the door, and probably do, because it's going to look weird if I go halfway here and then do half this, so I'm just going to do this entire thing. I've heard there's no problem with closing the full steel doors here. And then it's just going to go along, do the whole thing here, and just seamlessly go into the bed. So I think it's going to look really good. And then I got to, of course, take off my tire, and I'm going to do this, because you got a spot like that there that I can't wait to take care of. But it's going to be a lot of prep. I got a lot of things to mask off. It's just one of those things where it's like, it's going to take, hours and hours of prep, but then it's going to take, 5 minutes to actually put on the bedliner. Not 5, but you know what I mean. It's like, it's just funny how that works. But if I do the prep right, the bedliner will go on well, and there'll be no problem. It'll come out good. And I got to do tape off the whole dash, get the seats out. I'm hoping that it will go right over to the PR15. I'm going to sand the PR15, but I hope there's no problem. I haven't seen anyone who's used bedliner on top of PR15, but I can't imagine. PR15 does become a sandable surface for a lot of things. Like they encourage you to paint it, so hopefully that'll work out. Yep, like I said, this is in here good, so I got to go through those. I have some primer, so anywhere I get too close, and anywhere, I think on these I'm going to use the primer on just to be safe. The metal piece I'm going to have there, and might have one there and there. And get the seat belts out. The back ones come out real easy. The back striker actually comes out easy. These I've heard are a pain, the driver and passenger. So what I might do is just take like a bungee cord. I might move it real so it won't be in my way, and then just tape it off really good. Just take my time. And the other thing I'm going to start, some of the stuff I'm going to start doing is rough, just because once I go to it, there's no going back. Like I decided I'm going to leave the floor plug in here, but these floor plugs I want to come out. I've seen some guys leave these in, and like I said, I can't, I'm not going to leave glue here. They didn't, this is just glue here. So that's going to come out when I go to bedline it and start sanding. And so, I mean, really, most of the stuff is pretty straightforward. My biggest challenges are the crack there, the little cracks, probably not going to be too bad. The crack there, taking out the floor plugs, and the seat brackets. The seat brackets are still in. I think I can save the one over here. I just need a hand, and I need to grease it a little bit more today. I think I can get this one out, and I can save it. These, I'm going to cut. I mean, there's no other way. I'm going to cut, drill, whatever I got to do to get that out of there. I wanted to save it so I'd be able to get them back out, but I mean, the nuts underneath, there's nuts underneath, and it's really hard to reach underneath on that side. Like I said, this side has more of the stuff on it. It's damn near impossible to reach up in there. And on top of that, they're already stripped. They're rusty. I was really hoping to be able to save the back seat, because it's nice to be able to, when I need to drive an extra person or something, which doesn't happen often to me, but when I do, it'd be nice to have that seat to be able to accommodate more people, or even just have the seat in when I want it. For the most part, I like it out. I've had it out since I got it, but I'll have to find replacement nuts to go in there. That'll probably be tricky, but I'm not going to be saving those stock ones. These brackets are coming out, and nothing's going to stop me. Nothing's going to stop me now. So that's kind of my whole like pre-thoughts plan for this. I'm going to be doing like the side stuff, like the fender flares and going up underneath the flaps here. I'm not going to do the frame coating until I'm all set with the bedliner. The bedliner is my main priority. But I got all the tools I need. I got all the materials I need. I got the know-how, and I'm pretty confident this can come out really well if I do this the way I envision it. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on all that. So I've made a lot of little progress all over the place. Taking the seats out is already things I'd done, so I didn't have that kind of problem. If I go on to take the seats out now, try to take them out for the first time, that'd have been a real problem. And, other things like that I've already taken care of. But so I was going along pretty good. I got most of the stuff out. Started to go a lot further than I'd ever gone before. And that, of course, brings up, you're going to find some problems. First problem I kind of hit here was this little piece comes up here where the spare tire is, and it sits here, and I figured this is gonna be open when I go to bedline it, and I'm just gonna tape off all that, mask off all this, and I thought, well, instead of like having to mask off this whole thing, I can just do the mask off the tip here and then just hit the whole thing and tape this. So I was like, I'm gonna take this out because, one, this bulb is either burnt out or it's not working, and two, I figured it'd just be easy to come out, a little plastic piece. Well, I was very wrong in that, because I started to go. I took these out. I had the back left one strip on me, so the entire bolt supposed to be attached to the bottom of that just popped out, and that's the same problem I've had with the brackets there. And two, I went in. I took this out, which just popped right out, no problem. This came out easy. I started to take these out, and I guess these aren't supposed to pop out. It looked like they were supposed to. I don't see how it's supposed to get it in here. I think they just intended this to be sealed and glued and never opened again. But I kind of looked up here, and I can't see a single place. We're gonna follow this. Ready? Like we got the bulb where it comes in, goes down through here, comes up through here. I cannot see anywhere up here that this would disconnect. I don't think so. So then we follow this down. This goes down here, goes through there, into here. Where we follow it, it comes through the inside of the tailgate, which connects to this, and I'm pretty sure these are sensors that connect to give this power, because no other way is this connected, so I think it's kind of a... I have to assume it's an electrical current that when those magnets are connected would give some current to this, otherwise then this literally is sitting here for no reason. But yeah, I can't see where this disconnects, so I don't understand. I've seen people take this off, but I don't, I'm not going to go cutting something that I don't want to, try to get back together, so... That was my first bummer. Then I got over to here where I started to the seat belts. Actually, the little plastic piece that pops out here and reveals that. So that's clever. I like that. These are gonna come out no problem. And I look down here, and if you come underneath here, pull the seat belt back, you can just see the bolt there that it's gonna come out. It's the Torx head, which I'm sure is the same as the seat bolt Torx head. So maybe I'm going to get lucky and that'll come out. If that really starts to give me trouble, then I'm not even going to screw with this, and I'm just going to take this off as best as possible. It'd be a real shame if I, missed a little piece down here, but I'm going to do my best. And then I started to take out the center console, which I had taken out before, but I had seen that there's two in here, there's two on this side, and I actually found out there was one in the cup holder, which is funny because that quarter right there, or nickel, the nickel is just the perfect size to cover that, so I never knew that was there. It's a good thing I looked that up. But then I went to start taking this off, and I realized the passenger airbag, which I don't see in a lot of Wranglers actually, with not my 97, has a connection right there, which I hope that just disconnects, which would be nice. And I wanted to change my shifter knob for a while, but it's supposed to turn, and I've never been able to turn this thing. And it looks like I need to turn this to get the boot off to take the whole center console out. So, yet another problem. And then to top it all off, we pulled this out, which just had some really interesting kind of like screws and then like to a pin. It was kind of weird. This just pulls out. And I saw it in the video I saw, this just went up and connected right into here and disconnected there, and he was able to pull it out. Mine, for whatever reason, goes all the way behind into the dash, and I don't know. I'm trying to look back there right now and see. I can't tell if this is just going to disconnect somewhere, if this is going to be a real problem. So, that, and also that this kind of falls down here, but I think this disconnects from the inside there, if I camp underneath, which wouldn't be too much of a problem, but that's a bummer, because I was hoping to pull this whole thing out and just kind of drape it up here like these bungee cords are, and I was going to have some, things holding here so I could just spray in here, but... So I've hit some problems. I mean, everything was going pretty good. I mean, you can see that a lot's out already, but I still got to take more out, and I got to figure out what to do with those wires, because there are some things I can forgive, like the center console there has got to come out. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. This I could probably work around. I got to take this. I don't know where this actually connects to over here. That's kind of weird. But I got to pop all these out, which might break. Which that's okay. It's really not the end of the world. That's just for my seatbelt connector. That gives me a warning light when my seatbelt isn't connected, so it can tell. But other than that, yeah, this connects over there. Oh, also, I think this is pretty weird. If I can't zip one-handed, it's pretty difficult to do. There we go. This zipper, it looks like it should zip all the way down, so I could just move this up a little bit. And it looks like this has been welded shut. I mean, this doesn't unzip here. It's kind of weird, really. It looks like it was zipped up and then they welded it, or put a little pin on there that doesn't come apart there. It's kind of weird. I haven't figured that out yet. But I have made progress. It's just I hit a bunch of roadblocks now, and I've got to take the time to fix those roadblocks. So that's why if you're going to be doing a project like this, you got to leave yourself tons of time like I have, because unexpected things are going to come up. They always are. So I'm going to start trying to tackle those problems one at a time, and as I progress, I'll show as I get through them and how I did it.